the humble task of ohming out a wire. So this is a good morning, and this is the other ocean way, which is something that I have meeting for this opposite meeting. Let's dive into it, folks. So picture this. You're staring at a tangled mess of wires, a digital multimeter in hand, wondering if you skipped some crucial class in high school. You're not alone. Measuring resistance can feel as convoluted as navigating Portland's traffic on a rainy day. First things first, let's talk multimeters. They're like Swiss Army knives for electricians, but getting the most out of them requires a little know-how. Set your multimeter to the ohm setting. This is crucial. Think of it as gearing up your car before a long road trip. Pain point alert. Many folks forget to ensure the wire isn't live. Trust me, ducking from live wires is as fun as getting splashed by a bus on a rainy Portland street. Turn off all power to the wire you're about to test. Safety first, my friends. Now, here's a pro tip. Always zero out your multimeter and touch the probes together and check that the reading is 0. This isn't just another step. It ensures accuracy. Like checking your blind spots in traffic. Simple, but it saves you from unpleasant surprises later on. Ready to ohm out that wire. Clip one probe to one end of the wire and the other probe to the opposite end. It's a bit like playing a game of cat's cradle, but without the strings flying at your face. This step is straightforward and yet so pivotal. Here's where numbers come into play. A regular wire, when not faulty, should read very close to 0 ohms, maybe up to a couple of ohms for longer wires. Anything dramatically different, that's your wire waving a red flag at you. The wire may be broken, or you might need to check those connections again. Common issue, old or damaged wires can read as infinite ohms, meaning there's a break somewhere. This is as frustrating as finding out your favorite Portland food truck has moved locations without notice. It means the current can't flow freely, and sometimes it's not the wire. It's a sneaky culprit in your setup, like a damaged connector or a faulty device. Check the ends for corrosion or breaks by running your fingers along the wire. Consider it a stress test, like gauging the humidity in the Portland air before deciding on an outfit. When testing multiple wires, label them. Trust me, sorting unlabeled wires later is like trying to remember where you parked downtown after a long day. Simple labels, A, B, C, will save you a hassle. Now let's talk about expected outcomes. When a wire reads 0 ohms, it's like smooth jazz on a Sunday morning, perfectly untroubled. Anything above that, you'll want to reassess. Like rechecking the map when GPS leads you astray in Powell's books. And finally, embrace that practice makes perfect. Ohming out wires might seem trivial, but having this skill under your belt is like knowing the secret menu. At your favorite coffee shop, essential and pretty damn satisfying. So there you have it. Primer on ohming out wires. Efficient, effective, and just a touch of adventure.